Concatenation of variables. This is the thing that we are going to learn from this tutorial. That means we are going to associate two or more variables and represent them into a single one. So this is the part that we are going to understand in this tutorial. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn about concatenation of variables. So concatenation, this necessarily does not mean about adding. The term concatenation is here associated with the term combining them into a single place and representing or rendering the proper display feature of your web page. This is a string that is being represented over here, which consists of a HTML tag element and its supporting properties, these attributes, background, color, margin. Then comes a proper string with two distinct and individual texts over here, and then comes another HTML tag elements. We can properly disintegrate them into many smaller modules such as this one. So this is the first part that has been copied from here. So all we are going to do, we are just going to delete this part. This is the first one. Now in the second case, we can see that this is the first text of the string here. So all we are going to do, we are going to copy this one and we will store it against variable b. So a variable b has been declared. Now in the third case, we can see that there is a line break element. That means this is a tag. So that is what we are going to copy from here. Actually, we are cutting it and pasting it here against this declared variable c. We are now pasting it, and in this variable d we are assigning here this simple text, and we don't need this function either. This is practically a function. If you are calling about document.write, so far it has been referred to as an instruction, but this instruction was for general understanding of yours. This is a function of JavaScript, and we will be learning about function in our later tutorials. We are practically going to delete this, and all we are doing, we are creating another new variable name. So this is the part that we have created so far. We have declared 5 variables a, b, c, d and f. Now all we are going to do, we need to concatenate. It should be written as, all we are going to do, we are now just calling our variables inside. This is eventually the syntax of concatenation in JavaScript. We are now concatenating our variables. There it goes. Press Ctrl S and get back to your project and reload. We can see that this is the background of this particular string. As we have mentioned in variable a, as div style background will be an yellow one and the font color will be red, and it will be having a margin 0 order condition and a padding of 1 em, as we have told you over there. And here it is. This is the same display that we were intending for. And then comes this hello cruel world, the first string, and here it is. Then comes the line break tag, and here it is. There it goes into a new line, and then comes the how beautiful you are string, and this is the how beautiful you are string over here, and then it ends this particular block element. So here it goes. This is the complete block element. All of them are associated, and this is the syntax of concatenation. All we have to do, we have to use this sign plus over here. For say we are now providing a decimal here, and we will check whether it works into our JavaScript or not. That means whether JavaScript accepts the point or decimal value or not. This will be tested over here. All we are going to do, we are now going to concatenate them. The intention is very pure. We are wishing to come these two numbers 3.5 and 5.5 side by side. We are declaring another variable which is z, and we are speaking about concatenations. We are now concatenated these two variables x and y. I'm using instead this one, alert. That means we are going to use a pop-up box a pop-up dialog box will appear and it will result 3.5 and 5.5 side by side. So this was the intention. Now we are pressing Ctrl S and get back to our project, and we are observing that instead of putting these two numbers 3.5 and 5.5 side by side, instead they are just summing them up and the arithmetical operation is being carried out, and the final result 3.5 plus 5.5 equivalent to 9 equals to 9 is been presented over here. But this wasn't the proper intention that we were intending for. So what to do in case of this kind of situation? In that particular case, instead of putting them as a number, you can do, you can put them against a string. Now if we just press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload, and now you can see that these two numbers, those are coming side by side. So this is the thing that we can do. This is a number now, and if we reload, we can see that this is the summed up version. That means JavaScript is now accepting these decimal values. Now the question is, if we want to concatenate a number and a string, for say now this is the string that should be coming first, and this is the number that should be following this particular string. So that is what we are going to do. We are declaring this variable which will be consisting of y. Getting back to our project, and we can see that this is track number 10. We have provided a space, and that is why it is accepting that space. Now do not mix them up with arithmetic operation addition. That means in case of a number, if we just put here for say now if we declare another variable, this is a value of addition, 10 plus 15 equals to 25, and the exact same thing is being executed over here. This is another separate story. This is known as addition, and addition comes under the process of arithmetic operation. Every kind of programming, they are practically divided into three main categories: the arithmetical operation, the logical operation, and the combinational operation. So this part, it practically lies under the arithmetic operation. That means where the arithmetical calculations are getting done. We can do variable things. For say, if we place n equals to 5, and if we place here m by n, then we can see that 10 by 5 equals to 2, and that is the answer, that is the number that is getting executed over here. That means there is an arithmetic operation. Just change it to concatenation syntax, and the point is here, in case of JavaScript, both the concatenation and the addition operation, they use the same syntax, and it is plus, and that is where the point of confusion gets generated. So you have to take care of it. You have to take care of these kind of things. So this is the thing that you need to know from this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are going to know the statements. That means the if-else statement will be started from our next tutorial, and we'll be learning a lot about this kind of conditional operations. If you guys have liked this tutorial, then do not hesitate to hit that red subscribe button. Hope to see you guys in our next tutorial. Till then, bye.